How's it going, everybody? Zudakai here with another transmission. Peace, protection, patience, presence to everybody viewing this video. Today I wanted to get on here and I wanted to talk about war. I wanted to talk about inner battles and battles that we have to deal with every day. Every day you're gonna be faced with a battle. You are at war, whether that's spiritually, whether that's mentally, whether that's physically. For instance, every day you wake up, just to roll out of bed is a mental war for most people, depending on what time you wake up. But if you're trying to wake up and you're trying to stay disciplined, waking up early in the morning can be a war in itself, can be a big battle in itself. Once you get past that battle, then you have to get to the physical. You have to work your body out. You have to put work into your body. You have to sweat. You have to get the toxins out, which I just came back from working out. That's what inspired me to make this video. And long story short, that's a physical battle. You have to push through the pain, and you have to understand that every day it might get easier, but it's still a battle. It's still a war. It is not something to be taken light. It is not something that is going to one day just be the easiest thing in the world. There's still going to be pain involved. There's still going to be struggle involved, but it's not so much about getting rid of the struggle, getting rid of the pain, but it's learning how to live in that pain and deal with that pain better and not fall into negative thoughts that keep you from pushing through. So that's really what they say that's really what they mean when they say it gets easier. Because it's not that it gets easier and there's no more pain and no more struggle. No, unfortunately, life is a big battle in itself. You have to push through. You have to push through the pain. You have to push through the battles. You have to push through the war. You feel me? And then on a spiritual note, you know, there's people that are trying to bring you to a lower vibration, that are trying to trap you inside of your body and keep you here, because life this is the only life that you get in this body. But depending on how you move and what you learn and what you're conscious of and what you're aware of and the thoughts that you hold on to, that'll put you into your next life. Depending on what you think about, what you do, the actions you take, and the words that you say will put you into your next life. Excuse me. But long story short, you know, you're gonna be met where you have to protect your spirit, and you have to go to war for your spirit. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect your energy. And there's gonna be energy vampires. There's gonna be big corporations. There's gonna be people that are gonna try and bring you to a lower vibration, whether that's through drugs, whether that's through food, whether that's through words, through negative energy, negative thoughts even. You know, people just with their thoughts can send you negative energy that you're not even aware of. So you have to pray, you have to protect yourself, and you have to stay conscious of the people that make you feel good, let you be yourself, and the people that don't the people that don't make you feel good and hinder you from being the best person that you could possibly be. And once you start to see those patterns, you can decide who you want to be around and who you want to stay away from. But life is a big war. There's a spiritual war, there's a physical war, and there's a mental war. And you have to go through all three of those every day you wake up. To anybody that is viewing this video right now, I know that you have been going through the battle, and there's times when you feel like giving up. Just know that you have made it to this point, and I commend you for even making it to this point, because making it at each and every day is what counts. Take it day by day, and every day that you are successful with rolling out of bed, that you are successful with doing the things that you want to do, you, in my eyes, are on your way to greatness. Sometimes it may not feel like that, but you just have to remember, you have to trust the process. Trust that you are going to the right place. And when you sincerely trust that you are going to the right place and you are going through these battles for a reason, You will be showing the Creator that you have trust in the Creator, and the Creator will bless you for trusting them, for trusting and believing that they are sending you on the right path. So just have faith and understand that everything is happening for a reason. All the battles that you go through, all of the trials and the tribulations, it's all helping you become a stronger warrior and getting you prepared for the real battles that are further ahead. And don't get caught up in saying that, yeah, this life is one big battle, one big war. Yes, it is, but you have to understand that this life is not the only life that you're going to have. You are going to, depending on your karmic activity on this plane, you are going to be put in another life. So if you battle correctly and you go through all the trials and tribulations, you might end up with a better body, a body where you don't have to live in a material world, where you can be much lighter, where there's less physical pain, where there's less mental pain. You understand me? And it takes time. You have to go through this life, and life can feel long, but in reality, life is extremely short. So you just have to go through the war, go through the battles, and know that you are doing this for a bigger reason, for a bigger, much bigger reason. And every time that you go through a battle, whether you win or you lose, remember, a loss is just a lesson. Whether you win or lose, you're becoming stronger, you're becoming more fortified. You're understanding not only your strengths, but you're understanding your flaws and your weaknesses. And that's how you become stronger, is by understanding your flaws and your weaknesses and things that you can do better. So everything that you're doing and everything that you're going through is making you stronger, is making you wiser, is giving you wisdom. As long as you're still alive, you're able to learn from all these battles. And I just want everybody to know that regardless if you win or lose, you're still a winner, because you're still alive and you're still here. And that's really all that matters. Just understand that. Don't put yourself in a box. Don't put yourself in a box because you've taken an L for 10 years of your life. That don't mean you're a loser. That just means that you've been taking lessons for years on years. And the second that the switch flips, it's over. It's over. You're gonna start to have control over the things that you're gonna start to have control over your life. And you're gonna remember all those 10 years of those trials and tribulations, and losing a battle and losing a battle and losing a battle. I'm not going to lose no more, because I remember how that felt. I know exactly what I did each and every single one of those days. I went through a different emotion, and I know that emotion that's going to come up, and I'm not going to listen to that emotion. I'm not going to cling on to that emotion. I'm going to let that go, and I'm going to stay positive, and I'm going to keep on pushing. I'm going to push myself to the limit. We have to push ourselves to the limit, and we cannot hold ourselves back. We need to stay focused, we need to stay disciplined, and we need to stay consistent. When you start to stay consistent and you start to win battles, when you start to win the same battle every day, you compound those wins, and it starts to become, like I said, easier. But just because it's easier doesn't mean it's still not going to be a battle. Just because you've woken up out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning every day doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be easy to wake up at 6 o'clock every day in the morning. But it'll be easier. It's not going to be easy, but it'll be easier. There'll still be thoughts, and maybe you want to click the snooze button, or you want to sleep in because it's Sunday. But once you're locked in, you're locked in. And that's what compounding all the wins does, is it locks you in. It puts you into a loop. It gives you your circadian rhythm. It gives you your cyclical rhythm. Remember, life is a loop. Every day is 24 hours. It's a loop. Every week is 7 days of the week. Every year is 365 days. Everything is a loop. What you do from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep is generally a loop. People are on the same schedule all the time, so you have to make sure that you create your schedule how you want, and there's going to be a battle to create a new schedule for yourself because you are already stuck in a loop. Your body is used to what you usually do. You have to break out of that, and the only way to break out of that is to battle with your mind, with your physical, and with your spirit. All three of those things are used to your regular programming. You have to reprogram your brain, you have to reprogram your software, and you have to make changes in order to become the person that you want to be. And I'm telling y'all right now that it's not easy. It is not easy, but it is possible. It is possible. And understand, with all the pain, you are becoming the person that you want to be. A lot of times it's hard for us to continue to do the things that we know that our spirit wants to do because we forget about the end goal. We forget about where we're going. And it can seem like it takes a long time, but I'm telling you, there's no such thing as the past. There's no such thing as the future. All of that is now. All of that is present in the present moment. So stay present, stay aware of what you want with your life, and it will happen. You will start to attract that. Everything that you do positively, everything that you do, every time that you win a battle, you are attracting more wins. When you win a battle, you're gonna feel good because you just won. And when you feel good because you won, it's gonna inspire you to go win more. And you're gonna start to compound those wins, and you are going to become a winner. Anybody that is viewing this video right now is a winner. And that is just a fact. That is just a fact. You won just by being here. Straight up, just by being here and viewing this. Anybody that's viewing this video is a winner. Because you're trying to do better. And you're trying to up yourself. And you trying to learn from your quote unquote losses. And take those losses and turn them into lessons. And you're not trying to sit on your ass and do the same thing every day for another 365. Because a lot of people are comfortable in their I don't want to say people are comfortable where they're at. And you have to start being comfortable being uncomfortable. And that is not easy. That is not easy. Change is uncomfortable. But we have to make change. We have to go through battle. Battles are uncomfortable. You can feel like you're about to die. That's not comfortable. You can feel like you want to give up physically because you're exhausted, because you have heat deprivation. That's uncomfortable. You can feel like you don't want to live anymore. You can feel like everything, your mind is going crazy. That is uncomfortable. But we have to go through these different emotions. We have to go through these different waves in order to learn about ourselves, in order to learn about the limits that we can go to, and how we can push beyond those limits and go even further than we've ever expected. So I just want everybody to know that y'all are all warriors. We are all warriors, and we need to protect ourselves, and we need to learn, and we need to shape our minds, and we need to shape our physique exactly how we want them. There's a lot of negative spirits out there. There's a lot of things going on in this world right now, and we're in a spiritual war beyond all that. Your spirit is what's running all this. So if your spirit is low, then everything else is low. Your mental is low and your physical is low because they're killing your spirit. Whether that's through the drugs, whether that's through the food, whether that's through the screens. You remember broadcasting, they casting spells broadly to the broad public. They're casting spells. They casting these spells through the television, through Netflix, through all of the major platforms. And a lot of people are getting lost in that, and it's killing their spirits. The food that you eat, you are what you eat. What you eat is what you are. How do you grow? Like physically, how do you grow? From the food that you eat. Once you eat the food, it becomes you. You have to be careful what you eat, because not only are you feeding your physical body, you're feeding your mental. And not only are you feeding your mental, you're feeding your spirit. You're feeding your spirit. Your spirit doesn't want dead food. Your spirit doesn't want chemicals. Your spirit doesn't want GMOs. Your spirit doesn't want artificial flavoring. Your spirit doesn't want Red 40. Your spirit doesn't want any of that. Your spirit wants food given from the Creator, given from the Almighty. That's the food that is meant for you. So you have to feed your spirit, and you have to stay strong, because there's other spirits out there that are very low vibrational. There are other spirits out there that are trying to kill your spirit, because their spirit is so low that their spirit is barely even alive. And they want other people to be on that same frequency. Do not let people take over your spirit. Do not let people take over your spirit and take over your body, take over your mental. None of that. None of that. And you have to understand that all of this is contagious. Who you hang around is a reflection of yourself, and it's who inevitably you will become. If you hang around people with low spiritual energy, with low spirits, you are going to become low spirited. If you hang out with people that have bad physique and have bad routines in their daily life, you're gonna end up with bad routines in your daily life. So it's all dependent on who you're around, because everything has been taught to us. Everything has been that we know has been taught to us by other people, whether that's your parents, whether that's your friends, whether that's people in passing. All of that has affected your life. So you have to be very cautious and very aware, very conscious of the people that are around you and that you put yourself around, in order to protect your spirit, your mind, and your body. On that note, like I said, every day is a battle. Everybody viewing this video, everybody that's here, I commend you for going through the battles every day, for keeping your head high, keep your head up, keep your crown up, and understand that you are a warrior and you're winning every day that you wake up. Even if you feel like you've lost every battle today, you've won the biggest battle of being alive and staying alive. So I commend all of you from the bottom of my heart, and I know that everybody here is going to get to exactly where they want to go. Exactly to where they want to go. Stay positive, keep your head high, and keep fighting each and every day. Keep fighting each and every day for your dreams, for your goals, for your aspirations. One love. Zudakai. Peace.